of Seattle Pro Sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and today we are going to do 7-round Seahawks mock draft version 3.0. And we know what this is all about already, so no need to explain. Let's get into it. Let's find out what happens. Still running no trades at this point. Quite a bit if we start getting into trade situation. I forgot to select the Seahawks, so I got to start this thing. It's just running through the whole thing without me. 7 rounds. We want to go fast. I'm the Seahawks. Here we go. Now let's run this thing. Okay. Here we go. At pick 15. What do we get? Done a situation where we're taking an offensive card. We've done a situation where we taken defensive tackle. What if we go with or what if the Seahawks decide to go with somebody who's just a weapon? Some people say this guy could be a George Kittle. What if you have somebody like that? Developing, young, cheap guy that you have to go into the future with 2 young, cheap guys out of Michigan, AJ Bonner, and now you add Colston Loveland. Could be a dream in a Kubiak type system. Okay, so with Loveland, here's the thing. A lot of people think that Loveland is better than Warren. I don't know at what point it changed, but at some point people decided that Tyler Warren was the number one guy. When you go look at most of like the draft media people, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think there are going to be a lot of teams who have Colston as their number one tight end. Remember, there was a point where Colston was ranked above Warren. Now I think Warren did enough to, he definitely did enough in the year to justify being ahead of Colston on most people's boards, but I think a lot of people are still going to have Colston up there. And again, comparing him to a Kittle type because of that athleticism that he has, because of the fact that he is just such a good receiver, right? He's with the speed and quickness that he has. You can essentially look at him like an oversized receiver. Is he the best blocking tight end? No, but he can still block, and it's something that can be improved upon and developed throughout his career. So yeah, let's try this out. Let's see what happens if the Seahawks decided to take Colston Loveland at pick number 18. Okay, then our next pick is until 50, so we got to see, how does this really play out? How does this affect? See how lucky we're going to be getting in this one. So already, now this is a situation I was afraid of. I thought this might happen when we took Kenneth Grant, previous mock. Now, we got ourselves in this situation now. This could be the danger. Seahawks not selecting that interior offensive lineman at pick 18. Let's take a look at the board here. Yep. At just a few picks before us at 46, Tate Ratledge was drafted. Wyatt Millum was drafted at 43. Even Josh Connolly Jr. drafted at 39. He's a guy that I think can easily move to guard. Jonah at 37. Donovan Jackson went at 34. Crazy will win at 27. So yeah, that is going to be the danger. Seahawks do decide to stick and pick at 18 and don't take a guard. Now, we're not running any trades in this mock. So in reality, if the Seahawks really wanted a guy, they could package trades together, picks together, and up to make sure that they got one of these guys. Let's pretend in a situation where a trade doesn't happen. Say we're offering trades to other teams, and they're just not. The other teams aren't accepting. Let's say we try to get up to. Pretend we were trying to trade, and we tried to get back up to 42, but the Rams beat us. We tried to get back up to 43, but the Titans beat us. Same thing at 45. Titans beat us. And say we kept trying to offer the Cowboys. We tried to offer them. They didn't accept it. And then Tate Ratledge went at 46. And then all those top guards, they're all gone. That could be the scary situation for us. And this is, again, why to me, I am still like, we're going along and we're trusting and hoping that the coaching staff is right, that John Schneider is right, that some of these players that they've drafted previously are going to develop into what they want them to become, and that this new system is going to help them be better as well and going to be easier on them. But we don't know that. And again, that's why this is so upsetting to me, that they decided to ignore it throughout free agency. And they could say all they want to say about, like, oh, well, there was only a guy or two that fit, the price didn't match, or the situation didn't match. Whatever, get a body in there that's better than what you've had, because otherwise, yeah, it could be something scary like this. So now what am I gonna do? Okay, now pick 50, and not doing trades. I'm really looking like, what do I even want to do? I guess I still want to make that defensive line, try to unlock it, make it elite. Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss is still here, and he's another guy. That is a very good defensive tackle, but because you have Leonard Williams, because you have Byron Murphy, does it make sense to take him? I mean, before, when we were taking Kenneth Grant, when we were taking, what's his name? Or is he here? And I'm just because I don't see. Well, yeah, you don't get a Derek Harmon. Smith Grant. curious. Well, they moved him down the board. I wonder why. We can still get him later. He was much higher on PFN's draft board earlier, so I wonder what the consensus is, why they have him down. But he's still somebody I would be interested in. But if we're going to go off of what PFN is reporting now, then I might be okay with waiting. I still can get that later on, according to PFN now. This has just changed since yesterday. So let's see what else then. Well, we have John Schneider as our... No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, here's another... Now, what way do I want to go about this? We already got the tight end, a bunch of receivers and tight end. A lot of receivers and tight ends right in this area, which is maybe why you don't need to take one at 18. You're still gonna have a lot of good ones here at this point. That's why this year's draft is so tough, because so many are, like I said, the separation of talent is just not there. And up towards the top of the draft here is where I want to be, getting good talent, and hopefully at positions I need. But a lot of it's in the same area, stuff I don't, I have already drafted a tight end. Our tight end will be full at that point. We can go ahead and get a receiver now. And again, we have many choices to choose from. You can get the Jack Bech at this point. Another guy that you feel pretty confident can fill that DK role for you right away. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, I don't want to miss out for sure on offensive line, interior. And I know they said they don't really feel like they need center. But they'd have to do something at this point. We need to do something at this point. And so I think that's what I do, just to make sure that we come away with one. I'll go ahead and I'll take Jared Wilson here. Then at pick 52 now, I'll kind of go take a look at, okay, who else is left from the, this array of receivers that we have. Nope, see already. Oh, Jalen Noel is there. Okay, Jim, there he is. We can take Jack here, and again, I feel good about it. Probably not going to be there when you pick at 82, and he's just going to be just as talented. So you're just picking a different body. So it's just going to be preference. We've already tried a couple of these other guys. Let's go with Jack Bech here. And then at pick 82, I bet you it's still going to be a lot of, actually no, it's not too bad now. Now we're getting in a range where you feel comfortable with saying, okay, there's a variety of guys in this range, and to fill some other needs. Okay, so again, Shamar Turner, this defensive tackle, again, another guy I really like. You know, he's not the big nose tackle that you might be looking for. And so, I mean, if Deion Walker has fallen down to this point just because of maybe it's the size and lack of ability, and again, he's not going to be what a Kenneth Grant is, where he's that much of a disruptor. He's not going to be an X factor like Kenneth Grant potentially can be, but again, you still want somebody like that you can be using to help get the potential out of Leonard Williams and really get the potential that you drafted Byron Murphy for. So let's get Deion Walker here. Okay, now at 92. Okay, I'm still on. No, we did. You know what? We didn't do it. Thought about doing it. And I thought this could be really fun to do with the Seahawks. And I think it is something John Schneider would do. So let's go with Cameron Scatterbo. Bo Scatterbo. Let's go. Draft him here. And for Scatterbo, if you guys want to see, again, the versatility, as it says here. Dude, this guy, 5'9", 220 pounds. He is, he can run like a beast in there, and the guy can catch as well out of the backfield. He's going to be real versatile for you, and because he has size as well. You're talking about, in a two running back system, he could really fit in there. He could be a lead blocker for you if you need it. So there we go. And then let's see here. Our next pick is at 37. Did stop. Now, pick 137. Again, I'm almost feeling forced because of knowing of what's going on team here. Next pick's gonna be a 172. I can't just wait and let it go. I gotta go. I gotta take it now. You have to. So you're gonna take Jackson Slater, 6'3", 311. He's got the athleticism that you want in the system. So a guy here that you could still get, in the middle of the draft and feel confident about. So maybe that helps us feel better about knowing, okay, we got a potential superstar stud at tight end in the beginning of the draft. We're still getting a guy that should be a really good fit and could very well develop in the middle of the draft here. So again, that's why this could be the way it goes. Again, I still feel really bad that within those first three picks, I was not able to get a true guard that I say, well, this guy's going to come in and be a starter right away and help this team, solidify the offensive line to protect our quarterback. But here we are now at 172. take a look through here. So at this point, still in this range. We still need safety on this team, whether it's, you know, for depth or competing for that depth spot. You still need it. So we're gonna get Katong here. I do like him, so. We got our next pick a couple picks later. 75. Jack Sawyer. Okay. Again, to me, like I said, I'm still of the opinion as well that we could lose an edge as depth, especially with Mosu not, you know, he's not going to be ready at the big season. So get somebody in here young, get him developing. You have a lot of good players in that edge room. You have veterans in that room that a Jack Sawyer could be learning from and developing and getting better. So yeah, you can get Jack Sawyer here. Take Jack Sawyer. Then we're going way towards the end of the draft. Let's see what's available for us. That must have been taken. You guys know I like Joshua Gray. He went at 208, we're at 220 here, so he went well before us. Yeah, here we go. Here's somebody we haven't talked about who, again, I have heard he's going to be a 6th or 7th round guy. Guard Willie Lampkin. All right. Yeah, he's short. He's 5'10". But the dude. Let me see if they say in here. They mention. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that's a wrestler, right? Double check. Because I'm pretty sure this is the guy I'm thinking of. I want to make sure I'm not making a mistake here because we're late in the draft here. Yeah, see, I mean, undefeated guy in wrestling. This guy knows his leverage. He knows, he knows how to position himself to anchor and make sure that when he's pass blocking, because that's been the biggest issue, right? Our run blocking is pretty decent at times, but our pass blocking is the issue. And the guy who can maintain the low center of gravity and balance and hold his position and not let somebody through him, Willie Lampkin is good for that. So you're getting him there. Maybe he develops into something more than just a backup. And again, if he is going to be falling just because of his size, just I don't like to count guys out just based on measurables. I mean, measurables they're used for a reason, but gotta look at the play on the field as well. So Lamb cannot. That's why you take him. Okay, now let's see here. It's gonna be our last pick. 234. Well, we didn't have the greatest special teams, right? So, a Jimmy Horn Jr. I mean, with it, because of the type of runner he is, maybe he's gonna like catch and hold on to the ball when he returns kicks. If you use him for that, that's potential. What else down here? Yeah, just at this point, why not? Let's go with Jimmy Horn Jr., right? Bringing it in, developing, maybe beating for something on special teams, and we'll see. Now let's talk about this overall deal and see how we're gonna feel. All right, we decided, hey, there's X Factor tight end / receiver available in the team. Let's take them. So that's what they do. And then you feel, at that point you feel forced to take some sort of interior offensive lineman. Because all the top ones, they're going to be gone. You're not going to get another one at this point, right? And getting this guy, and you're saying, okay, he could compete for that starting job. Does have that athleticism that you want to see in the system. So, got to take him. And however much they say they like Oluwatimi and Jalen Sandell, be damned. You gotta get somebody to improve the offensive line. And then, yeah, again, I really like Jack Bash here because guy, athleticism, the ability to catch, dependable hands, and as you can see here in theirs, versatile. Just to me, like Jason, I think a lot of fans out there still only see JSN as a slot receiver, whereas I think you have a Jack Besh and you have a JSN, you have two versatile receivers, and again, that just is going to help lead to confusing the defense because they don't really know what's going on and what the route is either of them is. Right, so I like that. Deion Walker, again, I still like that for how the way he can plug up that middle, opens up the potential of Byron Murphy and allows Leonard Williams to continue to realize his potential. Bo's got a bow. Cameron's got a bow. That's a fun running back that you can get at that point in the draft and could be really fun. I mean, we're talking about this is K9's last year on his rookie deal, and he's injured every year. I don't have him ranked. I know there's a lot of fans, they get attached, right? And they want to think of their players on their team as the best. But again, for me, I'm more of a football fan than I'm a fan of football first, and then my team. Like, if I didn't have a home team to root for, I would still just be watching football because I love it so much. And for me, K9's not a top 10 running back. I know there's a lot of fans, Seahawks fans, that one think he's the number one running back in the NFL. I don't think so. I've never at any point had him as a top 10 running back. And then you're talking about this is the last year on his rookie deal. I'm not about to pay that guy big money to stick around here unless he can get through his season and healthy and get through his season and show that he can be consistently productive. So yeah, I would like a running back in this range in this draft, because there's a lot of good running backs this year, right? And then you go get Jackson Slater again. You have to at this point, based on what was available to us on the board. You have to. It just reiterates frustration with Tom Crawford. I think it's just a good fit here, and I think you need safety depth. Jack Sawyer, again, where depth in there could be a player that could be very promising to develop into something pretty good in the future. Willie Lampkin, I think somebody who's being very underrated because of his size. I mean, who knows? I mean, going to a smaller school, going to a school with not as big a competition as all of the major schools. Maybe that makes him take a hit as well. But my goodness, the guy can play. So if you can get him there, yeah, you get him and develop him as well. And then Jimmy Hoare Jr. I mean, at this point, we're at the end, right? We're just looking for something, looking for fun, looking to see somebody to compete, to make the team, and maybe potentially, like I said, maybe he's a special team. Maybe I don't know. So there you go. That is our mock draft version 3.0. Let me know what you think of this one. What would you grade this one if the Seahawks went about it this way? All right? Hit that like button, give those comments, and let me know. Hit the notification bell so you get all of these when you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, go Hawks.